Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here on Forza Horizon 2 with a Renault Clio Williams. Finally, this car is in a video game. I'll be honest, of all the cars in Forza Horizon 2, this is the one that I was most excited about driving. Forget the hypercars and your supercars and your classic racing vehicles, just give me a Clio Williams and I'm happy. I really wanted to drive this car in a video game, but it's just in absolutely none. As far as I'm aware, I can't think of another one. Certainly none that I've ever played, or that I remember. So yeah, I finally get to drive this car, which is excellent. I've spent about a couple of hours, 2.5 hours-ish, on this game, playing through some of the single player. So I've got a bit of money that we can spend on stuff, and I've got a few cars, etc. So yeah, I shall play through some of the game from this point onwards. I think I'm on Championship 6 or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. So let's jump straight in, shall we? Before I go do these races, I'm going to modify my car. Now, Horizon 2 has an interesting way of doing championships. Actually, a very, very good way, I think, of doing championships. If we go to here, championship sign up, here are all of your events. There are plenty of events for you to go through, plenty of different categories of cars. So, for example, in here, we've got some classic vehicles, different sorts of classics, and so on and so forth. There are many, many, many races. For example, at the moment, I'm doing the Retro Hot Hatch Championship with my Williams Clio. You will notice, though, that there are no class restrictions. There is no, you have to use a B-class car for this or an A-class car for this on any of these championships, because the game matches the cars you race against to the PI of the vehicle you're using. So, for example, if I went to drive in the championship now with the Clio, everything would be driving against it would be pretty much stock, or maybe some of the cars would be a little bit modified to keep up with the Clio. Which means that if I want to go and drive, I can drive in the stock car, or I can go to upgrade it a little bit or a lot to whatever stage that I want to, pretty much. So we're going to upgrade it a little bit.
Hey
I'm
there.
thinking.
What's up?
I'm thinking we're going to go for a C-class. No, wait. Do we start in C-class? I'm not entirely sure of of this. The PI system has worked a little differently now on here. We will go for. We started in D-class. Okay, we'll go for perhaps a C-class Clio? Sure, I'm not entirely sure quite how the classes work. We will give it a bit of a build, though. The parts do not give it quite as bigger a PI. Some of the parts, it can get a little. Oh wow, this is bloody light. The parts can be a little bit funny on the performance gain, the PI gain, if you like. So quite a few parts don't add any PI at all to a car. Because when you're taking out that much weight, that makes a rather significant difference. We will go for racing suspension. Yes, we will need some power. We are going to need some power. As much as I love the Williams Clio, we are going to need some form of power. Also, tyres. Do we have? Ah, right. Okay, so the race tyres they're not slicks. I was wondering that. Okay, we don't have full-on slick tyres, which is a good thing because it does rain occasionally. Now, do we go for that? Do we go for that and power? I think we go for this and power. I think we're going to need some power. I mean, we're incredibly light, so we're going to go for some power. Of course, we have got all of the engine swaps. What options could we have? We can have 1.6 turbo rally or a 2-litre inline 4. I wasn't expecting there to be a huge amount of exciting engines for this Clio, unfortunately. I would love to try and put a big V8 in it. It would be amusing, but not very sensible. Drivetrain swaps, of course. Most cars can be made. Well, if they're front-wheel drive, they can be made whatever drivetrain you like. Most cars can be converted either to rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Much like Forza 5, you can mess around with it. Also, it seems... Oh, it doesn't seem to... I guess that puts the weight up by a fairer. Because normally, four-wheel drive drivetrain shoots the PI up massively. It appears not anymore. Front-wheel drive still seems to have the highest of the PIs. Okay. We're going to keep it front-wheel drive, though. I'm going to keep it front-wheel drive. We have got a turbocharger. Let's go for a supercharged Williams Clio. There we go. I haven't got a huge amount more PI to play with, actually. Oh, can we get do we have a silly wing on this car? What do we got in the way of front bumper? Is it, yeah, this is your normal Forza bumper? There we go. With tow hook and little sticky outy carbon fibre bits. What are we going to do with the rear wing? Are we going to have a silly rear wing? We're going to have we're going to have a very silly rear wing. Yeah, I'm not sold. That. No, we're not having that. I'm sorry. I can't bring myself to put that wing on a Clio Williams. What have we got that can give us a little power boost? That's a little bit too much. Oh, 5 horsepower is too much to put it out of the bloody class. 7 is definitely going to be too much. 3. Now comes the guessing game. We'll try and find a part that makes up the rest of the PI. These might do it. No, we can have... Oh, that's added 4 PI and we still have a fair bit of... 4 horsepower, sorry. We still have 3 PI to play with. I'm suspecting... maybe this will do it. Just... oh. God damn it. Okay. You... No. Even that's too much for it. What about you? Ah, there we go. We've added a little bit of weight, but we've added another 7. Sure, we'll go for that. 177 horsepower. Not a huge amount of power, but it weighs practically nothing. It's going to have no straight line speed, but good acceleration. So I will take that. Now, can we get away with... Sometimes you can sneak in another one of these... Oh, no, wait, not that one. Some of these parts within the PI. No, we can't get away with it. Sometimes you can... On Forza 5, at least, you can often get away with adding these that doesn't really add any PI to it. I think on Forza 4 as well, do the similar thing. Oh, wait, diff. We'll put a differential in it. Yes, we will do that stuffs. Not going to worry about the gearbox. Okay. So there we go, I built up my car for C-Class. You do have the full tuning options in here. So, I haven't gone to this bit before. Yes, thank you. I know how to tune.
Whatever you want.
Yes.
You can tweak it here.
I know. We've got your full complement of tuning options, which it wasn't in the first Horizon. So you can fiddle around with suspension and damping and aero and whatever it is that that you like doing on here. You've also got, of course, your little benchmarky thing down the side, so you can see in real time what your changes are doing. So if I had a gearbox, I can adjust here, and it'll make the adjustments up there. We're going to go to 142 miles an hour. Not the fastest car in a straight line, this thing, but good fun to drive. I love it already. It is already one. No, don't want to. No, I don't care. I must have pressed the button by accident. So you've got plenty of tuning options. Of course, you've got plenty of painting options as well. Shall we go do that as well while we're here? I haven't gone into here yet either.
This is the place.
On this.
Whether it's a simple
Yes,
spray
I
or
get
a
it.
fancy vinyl wrap, you can create whatever look you want.
Yes,
for your
I
car.
know. Can we thank the... I've put... Never mind. Paint car. I haven't experimented with the paint shop particularly. When I played the full game a while back at Playground Games Studio thing, I painted one car orange and black, and that was that was it. I took about 2 minutes to do it. So you've got your same accompaniment of colours as you did from Forza 5, and you can paint it in the silly materials. You can have it various metals and camouflage that'll please Husky, and you can have a wooden car if you would like. I'm not going to do that to the Clio. We are going to paint it orange, put some black stripes down it, and then that'll be good. Okay, so we go save to current car, and then we need a then I think there probably must be a separate option for stickers. It can take a little while to save. I have found this on a couple of occasions. At times it can take a little bit of a time to save, and occasionally end of races it can get a little bit stuck and take a while before it allows you to continue. I'm guessing that's just teething troubles to start with. I'm thinking it's trying to connect to servers to update high scores, and it gets a little bit confused and can be a little bit slow. So yeah, it does that from time to time, but it's nothing major. In all honesty, I haven't found very many flaws with this game. It is pretty damn good. Right, we will scoot that along there. Stamp that. It's exactly the same livery editor as all the previous Forzas, pretty much. If you're familiar with them, you will be familiar with this one. Come on then. Spin the stripes around. So, there we go. And then we will get ready to race in a second. I just want to have a proper FailRace Clio. Right, that could go there, and then we can... there's a little bit of a lip at the top there that we can line them up with. It's always... oh, wait. Okay, it goes a little bit skew-whiff down the side there. Stripe's got a little bit confused. It's had a bit too much to drink by the looks of things on that particular... okay, well, never mind. Save to current car. Now we will get to go racing. Much like in Forza 5, there are lots of comparisons between this and Forza 5. there are driver tires again, which make things interesting. I'm going to use the word interesting. They are quite aggressive, if I'm honest. You can have some problems with them. They do not have the greatest spatial awareness. Let's put it like that. They will push you around. They won't tend to give you very much space. It's not too bad, and I think it may well get better as the driver tires, as more people play the game. I'm sure the driver tires will get more intelligent, and hopefully they will be a little bit better. As it is at the moment, they can be quite the bullies, if you like. They really do push you around at times. I have come when I drive on here, I tend to drive with all assists off and everything, so I've got the hardest driver's hard difficulty and all of me assists off. However, I'm keeping damage at the moment on cosmetic. The problem I had is I was driving on simulation, and I went to play with I think it was Extreme Track Toys. I was driving a Donkervort, and I could not complete a race because the AIs kept knocking into my car and basically just get killed so quickly. The driver tires would bully the Donkervort into submission. Now, I'm thinking that is partly to do with the Donkervort being a track car. It is very light, and I believe they get damaged much easier. Ooh, we've got a bit of understeer going on there. Yeah, I believe that the Donkervort gets damaged a lot quicker than some of the other cars. I didn't have that problem with other vehicles as much. But yeah, it got very... I got to a stage where I couldn't complete a race without the car being horrendously broken. So I had to put the damage onto cosmetic. And of course, once you do start getting engine damage and bodywork damage, woohoo! Okay, well that's one way to take a corner. Yeah, once you started getting into that sort of damage, the car was so slow that it was unraceable. So yeah, I've started the damage on cosmetic for now, just to keep things a little bit more fun, basically. Because yeah, the AI can be quite the bully at times. Okay, I need to pick up the pace here. I'm not doing so well. We have got good straight line speed. Look at us cruise past everything. That's nice. Oh, good God, that was not nice. I got a bump as I tried to turn into a corner. Oh, for God's sake! Too many cars. Go over there. Let's get somewhere. Get a gear in there somewhere. Okay, this has not been my greatest of races to start off and show you with. We'll go around the outside of you, and then we will probably not be able to make it up to first. Podium is looking quite unlikely, in all honesty. Okay, rain makes things interesting, I have to say. In fact, it's actually quite scary in this particular car. I've not had quite as much problems before because it's being front-wheel drive. We have no real weight over the back of the car. As we're turning through these corners, the rear gets very, very light and quite unhappy. We'll just bump across and take a little bit short. We do have such good straight line speed. This is rare. Normally when I upgrade a car and I race against Forza's, or the game's upgraded cars, they normally have all of the speed and I have all of the handling. This is a rare occurrence when I actually have a good car in the particular class. Oh, thank you for that. See, I didn't do anything to cause that collision. I was not deserving of that, Mr. Honda. Right, can we... Ooh, dear, let's not do anything silly. Not yet. We've still got a quarter or two to go. This is a very short race, actually, to start with. The game does look absolutely gorgeous, as you could see. Even at night time, where you can't see very much in the pouring rain. Yeah, this is a very, very good-looking game. One of the best-looking games I've played in ever, really. certainly for a racing game, this is a fantastic-looking one. And we can out-drag all of you. The rain effects are all very cool. The sounds are all very good as well. Very much like with Forza 5 when that came out. That was the best sounding game that there was around. This is exactly the same. Their sounds are absolutely perfect. I think, personally, having never driven any of these cars, they do sound very, very accurate. They sound like you would expect them to. And I am victorious. I didn't have fastest lap. God damn you, somebody in a Golf. Okay. We will carry on. Yeah, very, very pretty game. Great sounding game. All the cars have excellent amount of detail. As far as I can tell, there is no Forza Vista? If there is, I couldn't find it. There's no equivalent to Forza Vista. However, of course, you've got the cockpit view. When you look around the cars in the showroom, that opens the door. Sometimes the camera angle will show you sort of inside the car. Yeah, everything's all very, very detailed. The world is very, very detailed. Oh, we've leveled up. So this is something that I do like about this game. If you played the original Horizon, you played it online, every time you leveled up, you got a spin on this sort of random mystery wheel. And you would often win money, but there's chances of winning cars as well. So every time you level up in single player, I'm presuming in multiplayer as well, you get this opportunity, this chance. Oh, wow, that was a good one to be filming. I hadn't won anything interesting up until now. There we go. So I've won a Mercedes Black Series car.
You just bagged our
That's
top cash prize.
Thank
Why
you.
don't you head over to the auto show and buy yourself something?
So that's pretty. What is that credit thing over there? I don't. Sorry, I'm gonna go explore now. Yeah, every time you level up, you get to have a go on spinning the mystery wheel. It'll often be money, but sometimes you can win awesome cars, such as that one, and it gives you an incentive, if you like, to keep going, to keep earning XP, to keep leveling up as much as possible. Because I find I want to keep spinning the random wheel to see what I can get. Why are you different to the normal one? Pro driver tar.
Okay, this will be tough.
Okay.
If you beat him, the payout will be huge.
We'll give it a go then. Okay, we will. Yeah, I've not done one of these before. All the cars that you see driving around, the random driver tars in free roam, you can challenge them to a race. When you go up sort of behind them, it tells you what difficulty they are. So it'll be, I think you can have like novice, highly skilled, and so on and so forth. The harder the difficulty, the more money you earn, and I think the faster the car you race against, the more money you earn as well. So there is plenty of stuff to be getting on with. So for a pro driver tar, you are pretty damn sly. The payout's going to be huge from this. I'm just going for a 2-mile cruise. I think I have quite a good car. I think I've accidentally built a really good car for my first attempt, which is not too bad. I'll probably turn the radio off. Go away, radio. Radio stations are not too bad on here. I mean, it's not my kind of music particularly, but it's perfectly listenable. I found that the best thing to do is to kind of turn the music down to the stage where you can't really hear it. It's kind of just background music, and then everything is okay. Dare we take a shortcut across the roundabout? Sure, we dare. It wasn't as big a bounce as I thought it might be. So as far as the races go, you are pretty much free to do whatever the hell you like. On this one here, it's more of a race to a destination. Most of the races are checkpoint based, so you have the little flares come up that you see me drive through, and provided you go through all the flares, it doesn't matter if you stay on the road or not. So you can take whatever shortcuts you want. You can be creative with your route as much as you like, which gives you a lot of freedom. I have to say, it does give a hell of a lot of freedom for you to just, explore, do what you want with the races. You can create interesting lines through courses. Yeah, it gives you a good sense of freedom. Wow, that's that was definitely worth the 2-mile diversion. 72,000 credits. Well, thank you very much. I will have that. Where on earth has it taken me? That is the question. Don't know. Let's go and have a look at the map, shall we? As far as size-wise goes, whoopsie. The map is pretty decent. There's plenty of exploring to be doing, as you can see. It's not going to be as big as the Crew, shall we say, but it is a plenty interesting enough map to explore, and most of it you can drive over. There are still some limitations. It's not quite point your car at a mountain and you can climb up everything. However, it's pretty good. It's pretty good on the most part. I've thoroughly enjoyed driving around this map so far. I think I've got one more city. In fact, I think I'm in the final city that I haven't visited properly for a race yet. Oh dear, where do we go? We're going to go over this way. Yeah, there's a smallish number of 6. I think there's around 6 or whatever number of towns to visit. It's not the world's biggest of maps, but it's plenty big enough to be interesting. Plenty big enough to have lots of fun exploring around. Yeah, I'm liking the map. Now there is. I thought about this in the demo. There is perhaps at times a little lack of AI traffic. It can get a little bit quiet on the roads. It sometimes you will occasionally see these great long streams of cars. You'll drive down a road and only see the odd one here and there, and suddenly you will see like 10 cars in a row, which is always amusing. I've taken a wrong turning. I got carried away. I wanted to jump over the roundabout, and I've taken a completely wrong turning. Never mind. We will spin this one around. Yeah, it can be a little bit quiet. I mean, it's good in the sense that it means that most of the time you can go down and fly down a mountain road and push your cars without too much fear of there suddenly being a traffic jam when you go round a corner. So it does... Ooh, let's go that side of the bollards. It can be quite useful in that respect. At other times it can feel a little bit lonely. It can feel a little bit empty. It does make up for it by often sticking plenty of driver tires around. So there's always something... There's always somebody to race if you wanted to. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff going on. You've got your speed cameras. They're back in here for you to try and get as higher a top speed through them as possible. I'm presuming there's going to be one on a motorway somewhere that you can try and get to the highest speed possible with any car. There's the average speed trap camera things. Yeah, they're around somewhere. I don't know where there is one. So yeah, you got to try and hold a speed through things. There's plenty of distractions for you to be doing on this game. There is an awful lot of races as well to get through. There's huge numbers of championships. Oh, please stop. There we go. As I believe there is like a championship for each category in each of the cities, and each has got 4 races. You will be busy for a long time playing this game. Can we take a shortcut across there? There are some barriers around that you can't go through, so I'm not always sure about taking a shortcut. We want to go in here. Let's see, I didn't mean to downshift that many times. I think we've got... Is that a cross-country race? Please be a cross-country race. Oh no, you're a highway sprint. I don't know, there's lots of different types. It all boils down to it's either a point-to-point race or a circuit race. And yeah, this one might suit my Clio if it's a highway race. I have a lot of speed in my car. Never mind. We'll just roll with it. See what happens. I think it's 12 cars per race in the single player. Sounds about right. And of course, in typical fashion, it starts you towards the back. Every racing game likes to start you towards the back. I would like to see a bit of a random grid sometimes. It's always annoying that you're always towards the back of the field, or that you always have a set position in whatever games. I'd like to see a game which gives you a random grid for single player races. But there's very much nitpicking of things. Okay then, what can we do here? I know I've got a decent car. There is an AI somewhere over there which we will try not and crash into. Okay, here we go. Now we can use all of the speed of the Renault. Speed-ish. Come on. Here we go. See? I'm faster than all of you. Now I've said that, there's something that's going to come absolutely tearing past. Anything? Yeah, there's the VW. It's trying to. Where are we going? We're going off this way. That's a nice wide corner, so you can get away with some of these just running a bit wide. You're not really slowed down that much by jumping across the dirt. It is perhaps slightly unrealistic if you threw this car at a piece of dirt at sort of 70 miles an hour. I suspect it would not take too kindly to it, and there would be broken bits. Let's see, I've got to change that. I've been driving the Rally Fighter that has 3 gears, and I keep now thinking everything else is like it. And yeah, that's not too clever of me. Yeah, you can throw cars at off-road. You can throw Lamborghinis off-road if you want, and they will be okay with it. I mean, they won't be as good as the Bowler or the Rally Fighter, but they will be okay with it. In the end, you know, it makes the game perhaps a little. This game's more about fun than realism, I think, is the best way to put it. It does that very, very well. Yes, a Lamborghini should be killed if you go across a small bit of dirt at 150 miles an hour, but if it did get killed every time you took it off-road accidentally, you would have to keep restarting again and again. I've really buggered up that corner. So it just keeps the sort of the flow of the game and not lice it, and it gives you, as I said, it gives you the more freedom to take interesting shortcuts mid-race if you want to. And yeah, that's kind of the theme of this game really. It's about having fun with cars. It's about a great road trip across Europe. Hello, that's not a good way to be going. Thank you for being front-wheel drive. Ooh, we've flipped it. Oh, we've buggered that one up. Good and proper. There was only a matter of time. It has taken me 25 minutes into this video before I rolled something. But something was going to end up on its roof. Rewind some more. Go back. So this was perhaps not the best. I mean, it was a great save initially, and then there was a horrible bump. Yeah, that's the danger of taking shortcuts, okay? If you take shortcuts, there are hidden bumps for you to find. I'm going to take the shortcut again, because I need to make up time. Yeah, there's the price you pay for running the risk of taking the shortcuts. There are hidden bumps that will throw your car around if you are not careful. Okay, we will... Oops. There we go. We'll make that... I actually think I have built a really good car for this class. Because I'm doing fairly well against these things. Okay, where are we doing? 83% through the race. Ooh, make that turn. There we go. Drop down a gear maybe. I'm not sure about this gearbox. I don't think we really have enough power. I would like perhaps a little bit more power in this car. Maybe it'll make for a better B-class vehicle. This is perhaps a little sluggish. I've been spending too much time driving the blooming rally fighter thing that's crazy. I love the off-road cars that you get on this game. There's a great selection of off-road vehicles that you just don't see in other games. In fact, the whole car list on here is very, very good. I mean, it's not the world's biggest car list. I think it's 210 or 200 and something, around 200 cars. It's not the largest car list I've ever seen in a video game, but it's a very good car list. There's a lot of vehicles that you just don't see in other video games that we've never had before on Forza. And then, of course, there's plenty of the normal cars that you would expect from a racing game. Are we going to... Oh, we've got another spin. Let's go and have a look at another spin, shall we? Can we get 2 cars in a row? Never had 2 cars in a row. In fact, I think I've only had 2 vehicles in total from here. I had an MR2 and the Mercedes you saw me get a second ago. Oh no, wait, I had a Chevy Bel Air as well. It's not too bad on the spins, I guess, probability. Because I have VIP membership, whatever they call it, I get double whatever I win here. So if I won 10,000 credits, I'd actually get 20. Are we going to... Oh, there we go. We get 26,000. Couldn't get another car. Right. Well, there we go. That is it for some playing of Horizon 2. If you'd like to see me carry on with the career mode, with various cars, who knows what I'll end up using. I won't spend my entire time in the Williams Clio, as tempting as it is. I will eventually swap cars. Let me know in the comment section. We've got plenty of ideas for challenges. Hopefully, I'm trying to figure out how to do silly car builds, because that's normally about a timed race around a circuit. So I've got to do a little bit of thinking on quite how that'll work, but there will be silly car builds in the very near future. Also, while I think about it, actually, I might as well talk about this here before we go. Car clubs. Yes, I have a car club, FailRace Motorsport. I don't know how on earth you search for one, but you are more than welcome to join this club. I don't really know quite how they work. I think you get bonus XP or bonus credits for racing with people from clubs or something like that. Either way, you are welcome to join. And yeah, we'll race around. I have some ideas for challenges. There may well be, in fact, versus the community for this week, may well end up being kind of like the playground game stuff on here. Who knows? We will see. Yeah, I've got plenty of ideas for stuff to be doing here. But if people are interested in seeing me carrying on the career mode, then please do let me know. Anyway, that is it for today. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.